And they have you get in line, and there's a group of 3 folks. And they go, how's everybody doing today? And so my really excited one was like, yeah, let's go. Pumped, right? And they glance over him, and I was like, okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. They go through and they interview everybody. They're wearing orange and yellow. I'm in my all black like I typically am. I'm in the back because I want these kids to stand out. And they go, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm so great. These are my students. We're so excited to be here. And I say, I'd love for the opportunity for one of them to be on. And they go, oh, tell us a little bit more about you. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm here with the students. We're just here to have a good time. We're learning more about production and how TV works and how to do game shows. And we're just so excited. Thank you so much for having us today. And they go, okay. And you go off. And you go get seated. We got put in row number 3. Which for a TV show, that's where you want to be, because especially on The Price is Right? Like you have the 4 contestants. Where does camera focus in on? Row number 3. So you have all these college students wearing all this crazy getup, and they're like, ah, all show long, right? So it's right at the halftime. So that means there's 2 contestants in of who've gone on stage. A total of 6 contestants have been up front so far. So there was a spot open in the front. And they pause and they break. One of the models wasn't doing things right, which was so sad to watch because she was trying her hardest to like we've seen on TV, and they just didn't like her, so they cut her mid-show. So she goes. They literally go, and I'm not even lying, y'all. 2 minutes later, a girl who looks just like her walks on and goes, and does it exactly the way that she wanted. And so I turned to my students and I said, look, it's okay if we have to let people go. I'm joking. So we watched them, and then I see the 2 producers talking in the back, the two of them who had interviewed us at the beginning. And I see them point to row 3, and I'm like, okay, here we go. One of the students is about to get chosen. So I sit down, and I'm like, okay, we got to hype up whoever it is. We got to play the game. And I see the producer do this. Look again, they talk and they look. And I'm like, oh, yes, it's us. Like I can see it's us. Let's go. And the music comes back on. They do the whole thing like they just came from a commercial. And they go, come on down, Esteban, Herevia. And my immediate reaction was, fuck. Oh. I was trying so hard to let one of them get picked, and it was me, so there I go. Ah! I'm like full on screaming. I'm doing the whole like, I'm not even lying. I was like, you know what? They picked me, let's go. We're gonna do this. I get to the 4. I'm like freaking out, y'all, because I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm in 1, 2, I'm in 3, 4. They bring out, it was the showcase where they have the 4 items. So they do like, and here's the dishwasher, here's the armoire, here's your plate set, and then here's the car, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about? So I'm freaking out, my students are freaking out. And so they're like yelling numbers at me, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. I'm like, what do I pick? 3,000. So I say, I don't even remember what the number was. I say a number, and it was me. They looked at me, they're nodding their heads. I'm like, I got it. I'm looking at the producers. Excuse my language, but the motherfucker next to me said $1. And I lost, and I didn't get called up, and I could have won a car. The person who won ended up winning the whole game, won the car, won $25,000, went on to do the whole thing. And that video lives somewhere on YouTube somewhere. So if you are ever bored tomorrow at work and you want to see me come on down, that's my close encounter story.